Benvenuto! Welcome to Cherry Hill Home Cooking. My name is Mark. Today we're going to make garlic bread, or as my grandmother used to call it, bruschetta. Now, she would say it in a much better Italian accent than I can. There really isn't a concept of garlic bread in Italy, at least from what my grandmother's told me. We haven't gone to Italy yet, hopefully someday. If you've been lucky enough to go to Italy and you know this to be true or false, let us know. Add a comment. But if you went into a restaurant in Italy and you were sitting down to a beautiful meal and you asked for some garlic bread, they would bring you bruschetta. All right, so really, really easy to make, delicious. This is so much better than that garlic bread you get in the supermarket that's in the tin foil package and you throw it in the oven. That's got tons of artificial flavoring and fake butter. And interestingly enough, in this recipe, we don't use any butter at all. So, with the exception of maybe if there's any eggs or milk in your bread, this is vegetarian. So, first thing you need is a nice bakery-style ciabatta bread that Wade has expertly cut in half for us. Okay, now, this is an Italian bread, ciabatta bread. I didn't say that right, but that's all right. Now, you could use a loaf of French bread, a nice crusty bakery quality loaf of French bread, but then you're going to have French bread with garlic. So for it to be really authentic, you need to use ciabatta. Or even if you used a loaf of Italian bread, you want it to be a nice, good, crusty loaf of bread because you want this to stand up to our oil and you want it to crisp up. All right, so the next thing you need, of course, it's garlic bread. So garlic is very prevalent. So I've got, for my recipe, I use 3 cloves of garlic, but you want some nice cloves of garlic, guys, not the little tiny small ones. All right, so at least 3. I had one piece that had a little rotten piece on it, so I cut it off, so I'm going to use 3 big ones and 1 small one. All right, you know how we do our garlic? At least I do. I always chop off the root end. Give it a little smash, and that should take all the peel off for you. Relatively easy. There we go. All right, so we got our 3 big cloves of peeled garlic. And now you're going to need some Italian flat leaf parsley. All right, probably about a 1/4, a little bit more cup. It's hard to measure parsley, but I've already peeled some off there. So this is Italian flat leaf parsley. I've, of course, rinsed it and dried it. So I just pull off the very top leaves. You don't need the stems. Wicked easy. Since I got this one, we might as well use it all. All right, so we got our Italian flat leaf parsley. And we need some good quality Parmigiano Reggiano Italian cheese. Now, I know this is expensive. The block I bought today was almost $14. Yes, it's expensive. It's worth it. The only thing I would say is anytime you're using either a Parmigiano Reggiano or Romano Pecorino, get the best you can. You might not be able to get that really, really expensive chunk of, 20-year-old age Parmigiano cheese, but get the best you can. And the only thing I would probably discourage from using is that cheese in that, you get on the shelf and it's in like a green label and you shake it. That's not really good Parmesan or Romano cheese. Anyway, get the best you can, all right? Same thing with olive oil. We're going to need some extra virgin olive oil for our garlic bread. All right, so why do you want extra virgin opposed to virgin olive oil? The difference really is how many times it's pressed, the quality of the oil. Usually if you're going to be frying something, you certainly could use olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil has got that little bit more flavor. It's a little bit more refined. And you always want to use extra virgin olive oil in like marinades and salad dressings and stuff like that. Okay? And believe it or not, that's it. Oh, we got a couple tablespoons over here because we're going to brush our bread before we put the rest of our oil on it. We've got our oven preheated to 325. I've got that on the second to the lowest rack in my oven from the top because my broiler is, excuse me, on the top of my oven, and we're going to broil it for a couple minutes and get it nice and golden brown. And I have experimented with this oven of mine, and I know it works best on the second shelf down from the top. Okay, so now I'm going to use my handy-dandy little food chopper here. You certainly don't have to have one of these. You can chop this up by hand. Chop your garlic up, mince your garlic up as small as you can get it. Same thing with your fat leaf parsley. All right, so I'm going to throw our garlic cloves in there, our parsley, and we're going to give it a few spins. Now you could make this all the way into a paste if you want. I like it a little with the little pieces of the garlic in it. That's pretty good. All right. So then we've got 2/3 of a cup of our good olive oil here. And, oh, I wish you could smell that. That smells so good. Garlicky and fresh. Get all those beautiful pieces of garlic out of there. And that nice fresh Italian parsley. And then you just want to kind of give that a stir. Now we don't need any sugar. We don't need any salt in this because our a good Parmigiano Reggiano cheese is going to already have some salt to it. And we're going to take our cheese, put that in there, give it a good stir around. All right, I'm going to clean up this little mess and we'll be back and show you how we finish it up. All right, I got just about 1/2 side done. So let's do the other one together. So okay, we're just going to lightly kind of brush the top. I'm going to make sure we get the edges so that we get that nice crispiness. You can see all those nooks and crannies, which is going to be lovely. Our sauce is going to drip into there. You're not painting the Mona Lisa, but just want to get it somewhat covered. All right. Then we got the rest of our marinade or our garlic sauce. So again, we're going to use about, of course, half on each side of the bread. Couldn't be easier. Let's take a rubber spatula like this and spread it over. It already smells delicious. And we want to get every bit out of there. Just want to run over. All right. That is about all there is to it. All right, so like I said, we've got our oven preheated to 325. All right, so you want to take your nicely coated bread. Like I said, mine is up the second one down from the top. We're going to put it in for about 10 minutes, depending upon how well your oven circulates the heat. You might want to turn it around at the 5-minute mark, which we'll do just so I can show you that in case your oven doesn't heat pretty evenly. This one does. But, okay, Google, set a timer for 5 minutes. And I'll see you in 5 minutes. Okay, so you might want to, like I said, kind of turn it. So again, what I mean is we're going to turn it around like that. We're at the 5-minute mark. It's starting to smell delicious. I'm going to let it go for another 5 minutes. Okay, Google, set a timer for 5 minutes. See you in 5.
All right, 5 minutes, and that's starting now.
Okay, we've been our complete 10 minutes. Just wanted to show you guys. The bread is getting nice and crusty. You've got some nice brown around the sides. All right, that's exactly what we want. So, now we're going to put it back in the oven. My oven I have to cancel, and then put on broil, and start. Now we're going to broil that for about 1-2 minutes. You know, again, depending upon how hot your broiler is, we want it, what? Golden, crispy, and delicious. Golden brown. All right, so that's going to take about a minute, a half, 2 minutes. Oh, wait a minute, before we go. Don't forget, keep an eye on it. Do not walk away. As a matter of fact, set a timer. Okay, Google, set a timer for 1 minute, 30 seconds. Because if you're anything like me, I have put something under my broiler and walked away and had a disaster. A few minutes, got there, just back there a few seconds too late. All right, see you in a bit.
Keep the oven closed? Or
you know, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. I'd follow your manufacturer's recommendation. Some people say you have to keep the door open a bit. I never have. It seems fine with me. So, but check with your range what it suggests. Okay, we've been just about 2 minutes. The smoke detector went off, so it must mean they're done. Now, I have turned it a couple times under my broiler. You'll know how your broiler works best. There you go. Let's put it over here. And there is, in my opinion, the best Italian bruschetta around. Now, we're going to enjoy this with our dinner tonight, which we're going to be doing very shortly. So if you want to see how wonderful this tastes, you're going to have to join us in our next episode, which Wade will have downloaded all at the same time. So, but I did just want to say that at this point, you've got a beautiful bruschetta, or what we, you know, in America, or at least Italian Americans, if we go out to a restaurant, we might have bruschetta as an hors d'oeuvre or something. So at this point, if you wanted to make a bruschetta, you just, you know, cut those into the bite-sized pieces that you want. If anybody wants us to make a bruschetta, we'll certainly make it. Let us know. But take some fresh tomatoes, dice them up, couple, you know, scallions chopped in there, maybe a little bit of salt and pepper, a couple tablespoons of really nice balsamic vinegar. Pour it on the top, and you've got the most delicious bruschetta. All right, see you when we're sitting down to have dinner. Okay, now the best part, eating. We got our penne alla vodka, and we got our beautiful garlic bread. Salute.
salute.
Got a little bit of extra cheese to put on top. I did it in little slices or slithers.
Oh, it looks so pretty. So decorative.
Amazing. All right, what do we want to try first? Pasta?
Do the pasta, yeah.
All right, again. Let me see. Delicious.
That is good.
Perfectly cooked pasta. It's still got a nice little chew to it. Delicious.
That is delicious. Very good.
Delicious. If I do say so myself. Alright, I'm going to take a piece of our garlic bread. Truth be told, we have been munching on it. We've had a couple pieces, so we already know it's good.
That's good too.
Not overly garlic,
Yeah.
although you're still gonna have to brush your teeth well before.
Yeah, please.
But it's nice, fresh. Good, nice, fresh taste to it.
Very nice Italian meal.
Well, that's all I have to say. I'm going to finish eating. Well, no, that's not all I have to say. I hope that you all enjoyed watching this with us. I hope you all make it. And now that's all I have to say.
Yes, please like and subscribe and check out cherryhillhomecooking.com. And we'll see you on the next video.
Ciao.
Bye.
Mm.